welcome everybody to this week's edition of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong, along with
Uncle Spoke.
DJ.
Damon Armstrong.
how y'all doing today, fellas?
I'm good, man. Hope y'all doing well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Doing well.
I'm grateful for you coming on today. Grateful for my brothers to show up and be who they are. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's Mr. Rogers. The neighborhood is nice. Mhm. But
It's nice because we got money to pay bills and live in the neighborhood. So we
Listen.
good.
Yeah, and you know what, DJ, by you even saying that, and we'll get on to the episode or whatever, but by you saying that, most black men are happy. We're all ambitious, right? We like our material things, but our base need is to be able to do what? Pay our bills,
That's right.
right? I am
Yeah.
grateful for that. I'm grateful for that every day, you know. And I'm not saying that it's the thing that makes me happy, because like I said, I want things. I want the shiny things. I want the scuffed up shiny things. I want the dirty shiny things. I want them all. You know what I'm saying? But
You said the dirty shiny thing. That's a
Damn. He want the
what
dirty ones
they call
too.
that?
greed.
Why my shit keep going out? What they call that? Not a conundrum. They call that a
Greed. That's what I said, brother. Greed.
man. We'll go with that.
Ambitious. Uh, uh, all that needs to be said and all of the above, bro.
Why can't you have what you want? Why not?
See, and that's the thing about it is when people are in control and want our stuff too, they try to make you feel guilty that you want things for your life, man.
True that.
They really do. They really do, man. And it always amazed me, like I'm a very spiritually religious man, meaning that I believe in God and all these things, right? But when I read, now I was taught I'm going to get my reward, taught I'm going to get my reward when I live a good life and pass on, right? But as I was reading a good book in my minimum deciphering skills, it also says that I deserve everything this world has to offer. You know what I mean? As far as material things, as far as a good life. But I was only taught, hey, lead a good life, forget what's going on, you're going to get your reward in heaven. I'm like, well, the book is telling me I can get both.
Well, for us as black men, we were taught you work hard. Well, any man, you work hard, you should receive your rewards. So why do we have to wait till we go to heaven? I want mine now when I can philosophize and understand what I'm doing. I want all mine now. And some of yours if you don't want it. Think how many people, right quick, I'm just saying right quick, think how many people die and where's all that Social Security money going?
Yeah.
Where's it going? Billions, probably $1 trillion. So I'm gonna get all mine now. I'm gonna spend it all.
And that's my thing, man. Go ahead, Jaquan. Oh, Damon, was that you?
I was gonna say, I want mine for as long as the American dollar is still relevant.
I hope it's gonna always be irrelevant, homie. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny, because that's all we living off of here. You know what I'm saying? Imagine have to start all over to the point where we got to get in line for the new currency. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they working on it.
You know what's crazy, Keith? Now we on this certain type of topic, man. What I was talking to you about last night, it was all what I thought it was going to be. Now I'm sitting down here in despair thinking, man, all that money I saved up is going away that fast. And I went upstairs and I talked to my wife, and she looked at me and she said, Is it gonna hurt you? And I thought about it, I said, no, not really. You know, it was play money, you know, dream money, whatever. She said, well, be thankful that you got something to work with, man. You know, so let's deal with this. So I appreciate my wife, man. She you know, had that attitude. Don't come in here with that long face. we gonna take care of this business.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
You know, so I just wanted to add that piece, man, because you know, you saw how it was last night.
Yeah.
That's that spark, man, that confidence. Hey man, now you need to come on now. We're gonna take care of this and we're gonna keep it moving. So
Yeah.
I appreciate her.
All right, well, look, let's get this thing started. This is Strong Perspective Podcast. We are a weekly episode podcast talking about the community, talking about ourselves, talking about life, and giving gems. Each and every guest that we have on here, including DJ, have always blessed us with the real spiritual, mental, and social nuggets that helps us build us personally and build our podcast. Do yourself a favor, go like, share, and subscribe so you can understand what we're giving out. We'd love to have you. With that being said, Jaquari, how was your day today, sir?
It was pretty good, man. You know, got some things done at work and came home and laid down for a little while. That's why I'm looking like, you know, wild-eyed and all that carrying on. And so I'm trying to get my thing together.
See, like you just got up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Damon, how was your day today, sir?
My day, man, is you know, coming to the conclusion. I spent time with my grandbaby today, man. Me and her just chilled, talked, kicked it, did all that stuff. You know, took my mind off some things. You know, combined with my wife, man, you know, I ain't got no reason to complain about anything, man. So I feel blessed, bro.
Okay. DJ.
Absolutely effing fantastic. And I'm 100% ready to go. I think I might have drank too much coffee, so y'all just be standing by with your Gucci's, because there ain't no telling what might happen tonight. They might shut my mic off for us all over. I'm 100% ready to go. 65, feel like I'm 45.
No doubt. No doubt.
Let's go.
You always bring that energy, brother.
No doubt. No doubt. I like I said, my days is always I feel blessed to be able to be able to wake up and do the things I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I can complain, but I won't complain. No, not complain. I can tell them you busy.
Hey, that's the lottery commission calling, telling you won $1 million.
No, doing that'll fly.
I couldn't even play it out. I tried to hit my mic and everything. Hey, y'all know what's going on. You know this time, man, you ain't supposed to be calling me.
Listen.
No, I'm just playing. That's my oldest, man. I got to find out. I'll be right back, fellas.
All right.
Family's first. Family comes first. That's right.
I was like, hey man, why don't y'all turn your phone off? What the hell's going on? Be professional.
But listen, we knew it was Damon anyway, didn't we?
Yeah.
You did that about 10 times throughout the whole podcast.
You remember the one when we was I forget what it was. It was early on, and his phone rang, and he looked at it and answered it. Hello. I'm like, you just Yeah, I guess we'll wait, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's just get this a little bit of this started. Respect, man. Respect. Oh, if I didn't, I think I said it, but go to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Strong Perspective Podcast. But respect. As a black man, Jaquari and DJ, I'm going to ask Damon when he comes, what, in your opinion, not what you think people want to hear, in your opinion, what is respect? Let me put it, let me just do it this way. What do you see respect as? And what do you think the world see respect as?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, man, respect for me is you treating me the way that I treat you, because I'm gonna do everything I can to respect you. I'm gonna give you your space. I'm gonna give you all the accolades that I know.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we can meet somewhere in the middle. But if not, I think it's even more respectful for us to part ways, with no friction, if we can help it. Respect is huge among men, huge among men. I mean, in the world of etiquette, let me see if you guys know this. All right, when you see a friend, a male friend, a buddy, an associate or whatever, and you happen to be sitting down, he enters the room, you greet each other. What do you do?
Stand up, get on your feet.
You stand up and get on your feet. Why do you do that?
I think it's a feeling of admiration or someone's abilities that they've done things along the way. You encounter that from that person and it stayed with you, and you can't help but say, man, this person has exhibited something of respect or admiration. And so I'm gonna return that by, showing it, hey, listen, man, this is how I feel about you because you laid the groundwork. I'm running with it. And so, hey, it's just a respect toward that person or people's. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's definitely a point on the star. Definitely a point on the star, and majorly important, man. But another important reason that you stand up and you greet a man is he might dive on you. And for you not to stand up,
Disadvantage.
For you not to stand up, you telling him that you don't see him as a threat, a physical threat, and that's the worst thing you can do. It's the worst message you could send to friend or foe. When
you're in a combat situation, but didn't it morph into what DJ just said? Just like the handshake. Why you think back in I believe in the knighthood days, the English, I forget the name, it escapes me. Why people shook hands. No, this throughout. Why people shook hands. You shook hands to show that you don't have any weapons.
Yeah, so you show your hands. You present yourself accordingly to show that you're. You are not a threat. But I acknowledge you as a threat. That's why when men speak, we use a respectful tone. Things can change at any point in time.
I agree with that.
They can change at any point in time.
That still hasn't morphed into anything, but it means what it means. You know what I'm saying? It means what it means. What's up, Keith Barnes? Another friend of the show.
Big dog.
What up, Keith?
But Damon, what does respect mean to you?
Respect is I'm sorry.
What does it mean to you, and how do you see the world when it comes to respect? How do you think the world sees? What's the world's definition of respect? Let me put it that way.
The world's definition of respect is money, and you know what I'm saying, what you accomplished, and your status in society and all that stuff. People give those people, even though they have no character, they give people that respect. Even though, like I say, even though they have no character. But for me, respect is what everybody has. You know, I feel the total opposite. You know how they say you have to earn respect? I think everybody has that cachet. They have the respect, but as they conduct themselves in this society and whatever they do to how they treat their fellow man, if they do things that's disrespectful, then you start taking it away. You know what I'm saying? You start taking it away.
Okay. Does it mean like how can I say that? Acknowledgement of maybe somebody's worth or value? Could that be?
Well, you know.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I just want to know. You know, like if I don't know, if you recognize somebody's worth.
Well, you know, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Worth, man. We're all humans. You know what I'm saying? Living in this society, living in this world, we're all humans. We deserve some moniker of respect just in that regard. You know, but if people go about their business being disrespectful, doing shady, you know, messed up things to other people, then it starts to subtract. You know what I'm saying? You're not worthy of it. You know what I'm saying? You of low character. You know, you somebody who doesn't respect humanity, don't respect your fellow man and woman. You know, and then you adjust in that regard. You know, I can't mess with you. Even if you love the person, I love you, man, but you know what I'm saying? You own something right now. You know. Have you guys ever, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been walking down the street and y'all see some young brothers and sisters, and then there's that moment. I'm 60 years old, so at that moment, I'm like, if they don't give me eye contact, and if they don't speak to me first, you know what I'm saying, do I have the right to, you know, keep my head straight, my back straight, and keep on moving? Or do I speak first? Y'all follow what I'm saying?
But in this world, that can be dangerous when you're dealing with young cats. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's a different thing. Like sometimes you look hard because in our generation, we look at a man's eye. The young boys now, they might pull out a burner and try to put one or two of them in you. You don't mean nothing, but it's just our generation. You know, so what do you do? What do you do in that situation?
So hold on. Answer his question first, because what he asked was what you know.
I get it, but what I'm saying to answer it is, yeah, I got to look. I'm looking at your hands. I mean, if I look you in the eye and then you turn away, then I've already dominated you, because that means that you don't want to hold my gaze. But at the same time, if you do hold that gaze and you reaching or you make me uncomfortable, then one of us is gonna have to kind of get away from that situation or stay with it to show that mines are bigger than yours, then somebody can get hurt. That makes sense.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean that all depends on what you own when you leave the house, man. A simple greeting, man, serves many a purpose. You know, I use it to check temperatures. That same group of young folks, you know, I'm greeting them as I'm walking through the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's established. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Y'all neighborhood toughs and everything, or whatever case may be. But you're moving. I don't care what you feel in your heart. And as far as you're concerned, right now, you dealing with a pleasant old head. You know what I mean? And it would benefit all of us, you know, if conditions were so that I was able to stay in that state of mind. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm trying to whoop the world or whatever, but you know, a slow leak in the tire, man, can cause a lot of problems.
For sure.
That's a hell of a knowledge. Listen, my whole thing, I've come to understand that, you know, saying it don't cost you nothing to say, hey, how y'all brothers doing, man? You know, or whatever. And, you know, you can come up with percentage of, the times when, it's, what I'm saying, it's a thing that's back and forth, greeting each other and keeping it moving. You know what I'm saying? I can count on one hand the times I say, hey, how you doing, brother? And man, you don't know me. Hey, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna move away from the space. I'm not gonna stand my ground because you didn't feel like greeting me the way I greeted you. I mean, that's, I can't do that. I know I can just do what I do. Because growing up, I see an elderly black man or woman, I speak to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's innate in me. That's been ingrained and it's innate in me. And when I see them, I give them that's giving them their respect. How you doing, sir? How you doing, miss? Madam? Have a good day.
Yeah.
Some cats, man, just don't understand that. They just don't understand it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damon, let DJ, you haven't gone yet, so let's hear what you have to say, and then I'm going to read the Webster Dictionary of the word respect.
So I'm one of them. I'm a little bit of an introvert. Y'all know that, but I'll flow with the situation. If my opinion is you speak to anybody, and you keep moving. But as far as the totality of respect, if you earn that, I'm gonna give it to you. If you don't earn it and I don't see it in you, I'm not gonna bow down and give you nothing. I'll just avoid you if at all costs. I think if more people would do that, we'd have less problems. Let me give y'all this little nugget right here. So we know what's going on in our little world. President Obama walked into a basketball game, okay? And I'm not going to talk about the other fella, but he walked into a basketball game, and it's been 8 years since he's been president, and the freaking crowd went nuts. It wasn't one boo. It was Chicago Bulls game, man. The place went crazy for like 4 minutes, man. And I relate that to this conversation because he might not have been the greatest. He was the greatest to me. He might not have been the best at whatever he done, but it shows that whatever he did or what he was doing, he earned that from individuals. And you don't have to give it. You don't have to give respect. That's just something that's innate. It's inside you or it's not. And so that's how I feel. I mean, if you earn that, I'm gonna give it to you. And if you're type of a shady cat, man, that either I work with or I see that you don't deserve it, you're always in some foolishness, and I'm just gonna keep walking. I ain't gonna deal with you. The hell with you. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Hey,
you always got to find a way to do that, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know the funniest thing with Obama, man, that I came to respect. He would talk about situations that actually happened, and the crowd would be like, boo, boo, boo. And he'd look around and he'd say, don't boo, vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
So let me read this definition, man. The definition of respect. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Okay? Then the second part, due regard for the feelings, wishes, and rights and tradition of others.
Right there.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
I align a little more with the second definition, man.
They both can be true though, Jaquan.
They both can be true. They can both be true, man. But when read the first one again.
It says a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
Yeah, and most of the time, that's the case. Most of the time, that's the case, man. But for me, it's just, that definition is just it doesn't it doesn't protect. it doesn't protect. And for me, respect is one of the things that shields us from the world.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, explain a little bit further, man. I think I
Like
understand you.
like I said, man, you know, you there's a protocol for when wolves meet each other in the wild, man. You know, respect was the notion of respect was created, man. So uh, uh, the barbarians, man, could sit in a room and still conduct business. Because at one time, man, you know, it was you know that show Deadwood used to come on HBO.
Mhm.
You know, they kill somebody in the middle of the public street and dump his ass in the pig pen, and that happened every day, and people rarely got prosecuted for it.
Okay.
You know, society, you know, made a decision that there's got to be a line here. There's got to be a line here. You know, we got to be able to, you know, not sit horses, man, and go about our days without, you know, without killing each other.
So if the three of y'all walk into a restaurant, the three Armstrong brothers, I'm gonna shake this up a little bit. Who's going in first, and who's gonna open the door and let the other two brothers walk in first?
Who gets to the door first?
That right there. That's awesome. How about that?
Yeah.
All that's respect. Or y'all family, or three cats go to eat lunch together, right? Who gonna pay for it? Not because you have to or because it make you feel good, but just because it's the thing. Who gonna pay and say, "Hey, fellas, I got this"?
Depends on who feeling good that day.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm
saying? Hey, DJ. When it comes to me,
okay.
And I said, I got this. Both of them gonna bring it back.
Oh damn!
What?
You know?
Hey, waitress, hold on. I ain't through ordering. Let me have another drink.
Yeah. Give me three different meals here.
Bring me a double.
Dang. Yeah.
Okay, so that was a late addition. The first question was a late addition because I wanted to try to segue into this next one. And as I put this up here, gentlemen, I always give you the option to plead the fifth because I want you guys to have wonderful homes. All right. Now, this is not a controversial question, but some people who are leaning toward the grayer side may get questioned by their loved ones after answering it.
Oh.
I'm just putting it out to you guys. I know how y'all stand with y'all women, and you know, I know you single, DJ, but I got to put this out here because you know me, I'm gonna be straight up. That's just it. Cause my wife knows she loves me, and I know, and she know I love her. Fuck it. So, what does respect of a black woman toward a black man look like to you?
Wow, that's deep.
Let me. I'm not going to, take it to you three point of view, but if I were to look at modern times in which the picture they're trying to paint towards us, right? The social part of our existence wants us to believe that black women do not respect black men because of their agents. They're agents who are suffering in pain. They're agents who are power hungry just for the sake of being power hungry. They're agents who want to sound clever. It's on the man and woman side. So you will get nothing but a negative thing. Like, yo, black men ain't this, they ain't that, and and they gotta pay me to be with them, and I'm paraphrasing the simple fact that it's ugly, man. It's an ugly situation. See, I always believed in the majority of things, and not listen to the minority. Like if something came, if a doctor came on, like when COVID was out, and they said, look, this is highly contagious and you will get sick from it, I'm going to believe it, right? If somebody on social media said, look, I was cured from COVID by drinking lemon, vinegar, and honey. And I made a vinegar and lemon honey enema.
You got a strong stomach, bro.
Hey, strong rectum one.
No. I'm making the point. Who is most likely to be believed in that? I gave you the two scenarios. Who is most likely to be believed early on, in your opinion? And then we'll address the question.
Well, more than likely the doctor.
No, go ahead. Damon, what you think?
I'm trying to understand the question. Go ahead, Jaquan. Let me hear what you got to say, then I'll follow.
Oh no, hold on, man. It's not that deep. I said if a doctor comes on and tells you that, with COVID, you'll get sick if you're in close proximity, this, that, and other, you have to get this done, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have somebody over.
So you was being direct with the doctor. Okay, I was trying to associate it with the question. You know what I mean?
But
in terms of
the second example, somebody gets on there and give you the whole cayenne pepper, vinegar, honey, whatever, you know what I'm saying, mix, drink, gargle it, spin in a circle 3 times, and you're going to be cured from the COVID. Early on, who is most likely going to be believed? That's the question, Damon. That's why I told you it's not that deep.
I mean, of course, you're going to listen to the doctor and hear what the doctor has to say, but do it coincide with your experience? Because I've been around people with COVID and wasn't affected at all. You know what I'm saying? Didn't know until after the fact.
Damon,
so I think.
Okay.
I think that generally speaking, you're supposed to listen to your doctor, the professional, the person that knows what the hell they're talking about. Absolutely.
Okay, DJ, what you think?
So I'm not doing this just to be controversial, but if I know if somebody come to me and COVID just come out and they said they drank this and that and made them feel better, and I'm crapping and puking and all that, I'm gonna say, man, what you take? And I'm gonna give me some of it. What do I have to do to mix it up and make me feel better? That's what I'm gonna go with. Because the doctor might not, doctor might not came out with no vaccine yet. Shit, I'm gonna go with the first airplane flying. If that makes sense. Y'all know I can talk in riddles sometimes.
No. I mean, you made sense in the sense in the way that you understood what I was asking, because a lot of times all 4 of us got through COVID. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, the home remedies was coming out, and before the mass casualties started, we were more likely to listen to what was on, not just that example, but what was on social media, because that's all we was looking at. You understand what I'm saying, T? Until it started to really affect our loved ones, you're like, oh God, what do I do? Right? Now, I said that in the sense to say, with addressing this question, we hear more of the negative BS when it comes to black men and women than we hear the positive thing that's most likely the most truest thing about it. We hear more, like black women, they put you up there, they because they're trying to they monetized it. So guess what? If you ain't making 6 figures, you can't get none of this. Don't nobody want none of that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But then there is a guy who wants that kind of attention, who like to hear when his girlfriend sit down, like to hear that squeak, you know, grab on her breast, squeak, like it's a damn balloon, artificial shit. Then, you know, they feed into it. So I gave you guys some time to think about your answers. Damien, we'll start with you. What does respect of a black woman toward a black man look like to you? Like your own personal opinion.
My own personal thing is respect me. Like, what made me get you? What made you commit to me? Stick with that. You understand what I'm saying? Everything else is either by my own design, I made you not trust me, or you listen to outside people. You know what I'm saying? You decide which one of those are relevant to you. You know what I'm saying? How you decide to treat me, you decide that. But if it's the situation where it is a situation between a man and a woman, what the hell do the rest of the world got to do with it? You know what I'm saying? God's biggest miracle is that he made so many billion people who are individualized within him. We're all not, we have similar experiences, but we are all not the same. You know what I'm saying? If you make a commitment to a man or a woman, and you decide that you're going to make that commitment under God, then you have to be in tune with that person as well as her and you. And it's about y'all, because God might have put y'all together for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And that requires understanding between the two. Not what somebody said on social media that sparks your anger. You know what I'm saying? You know, it sparks your anger, and then it becomes this social thing, and a relationship between a man and a woman is not a social thing. What did God say? Once y'all make that commitment under God, y'all are one. It has nothing to do with everybody else. Because then you're dealing with emotions. I can't stand men because every man I ever dealt with treated me this way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that might have been your experience, but what about the choices that you're making? That's an individual thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to think about that. What choices am I making?
That's
so
right.
It's internalized.
So this is from the man's point of view, what choices I'm making, or is it
that's from both sides, man.
Okay.
It,
So let me ask you this question, just to mix it up a little bit, Damon. What if people are telling you that your woman is disrespecting you, but you don't feel that way? How do you handle that?
Well, you know what? What if it's not true?
How do you?
How you handle it is you stand on the choice that you made. That's what you stand on until you see it for yourself. Who cares what people say about you? Because like I said, it might not be true, but people are diabolical that way, man. It might be a cat be, blowing in your ear about, man, you did this and that and that and this. What's your, you know what I'm saying? What's your motivation? Number one, are you a true friend? And number two, you know what I'm saying? If you're concerned about your friend who's going through something, you don't have to go into detail about it. You just simply say, hey man, hey bro, I love you. Man, you need to check out your spot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Things ain't cool.
So how many times you say it?
You just say it one time. And you trust that brother or sister to make their own decision, make their own choices.
Okay.
I'm saying you give them that latitude. Hey man, I'm putting you down on this. Hey man, you need to be aware of this. Not in the detail, but you need to be aware of something, man, or whatever. Have you ever went to a brother and said, hey man, dude, I heard this about your girl, and I heard that about your girl. How did that always wind up?
Depends on your relationship with the guy, first of all.
It always wind up with that brother, and you wind up being hated by both parties.
I get it. But you guys stand on business. All right, let me move to DJ, Damon. DJ, what does respect of a black woman toward a black man look like to you?
So if y'all start out communicating, be specific with each other where you're going to go, the direction, and to stay on that road as much as you can. If things change, be able to communicate and talk about it. That's just me.
All right, hold on, DJ. I didn't ask you for no advice. I said, what does it look to you?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. My prism is I'm looking at it through my age group. I can't tell you what I do at 20 or 30. I'm saying right now, if she looks at you and she respects you and you maintain that respect, she's going to treat you good.
Okay.
She's going to look at that brother and say, he is doing what he's supposed to do. He's standing up. You know, he keep a good haircut, keep his job right, keep his crib right. You know, he treats her right. And then if she don't do right, then her ass is gone. She flushed down the toilet.
Gotcha.
Because you all set that pattern up, and then then y'all go in on. That's all.
Okay. All right, then to shake it up a little bit with you. What if there's somebody that makes a pivot in your relationship and does one thing that you said you would not want her to do, but she continues to do it?
Well, it ain't gonna be no continuation. After she does it one time, or maybe twice, but I mean one time, then maybe that's why I'm single now. It ain't gonna you ain't get no second chance. Because if your word, you said this is what we want to do, this is where we want to go, I'm gonna be the man in that relationship. Let me do what I do. And if I mess up, then I'm gone. But if she does and stays in her place, I stay in my place. We facilitate and do what we supposed to do, what we swore, or what we said we do. Then, but if you step off and you mess up in that kind of way, you're gone. And it's done. It's a done deal. I'm not giving you 2 and 3 and 4 chances because I don't trust you. So and again, Keith, remember now, we talk about different age groups, man. You got the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on.
I get that.
A mature older woman ain't gonna step out of line 2 or 3 times. It might just be that one time, and she know, okay, I'm done with him.
Well, let me try to be a little. Because I understand what you're saying, DJ, but is this in the infidelity realm, or is it talking back? Is it just pick something that you feel would bother you?
Dedication.
Okay.
Sticking to your word. That's it. All the other stuff falls under that umbrella. Infidelity comes under there, lying, cheating, supposed to be somewhere you're not. And I don't want to even hear from some cat. I don't even go that route. Some cat told me he's seen it. I don't want to hear that, man. I want her to come to me and say, we done. I'm not feeling this no more. Go on about your business. Kick rocks, make your head short.
Gotcha.
And I'll do the same.
Spoke. What does respect of a black woman toward a black man look like to you?
I would say, man, my definition has definitely changed, since I've been married. I've been married, a handful of years. So we've ebbed and we've flowed, man. And that's the one thing that I did not expect to experience, when I did say I do. Is you're not, I mean, yeah, you love a person, but you're not always gonna like a person. You're not always
that's right.
You're not always gonna find that, common ground through conversation or whatever. And some shit you're just gonna have to let go. Now, is it going to be a devastating blow to your pride to let this thing go? If so, then you need to do both of you guys a favor and move on. But if you said that I commit to you, not only to you, but to the work it's going to take for us to survive this encounter and thrive, that's a different, that's a whole different category, and I think Because I always wonder why, you know, say like the Catholics before they got married, they got to take a class. They got to take a class. You know,
they're making the women, teaching the women to obey and state. No, that's the class, bro. That's the class. But go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I don't know what the conversation is. I don't know what the conversation is, man. But the fact that they have that interaction, man, to me, in some cases, if the conversation is steered in the right direction, that it has merit. You know, because just dealing with some of the things that I've dealt with, you know, that I had no notion of before I got married, man. You know, I think it would have helped me out a lot to know that some of these things could exist.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, respect for me, respect of a black woman, you know, for a black man, for me looks like, man, just, you know, having an understanding that, you know, we're moving forward, you know, or we're moving backwards. Whatever the case may be, we're not in a fixed position.
Yeah.
And things are going to change, you know, but you got to work. You got to work for the good changes. The bad changes happen from neglect. Bad changes come from not being present within your shit. But you can also be, you know, hyper present and not see the fuckery that's being committed against you.
I get it.
Wait a minute now. Hold on a minute. So I get that. So what if you're in the military and you're gone for a whole year or 6 months, and you know you over in a combat zone, she back here in good old US of A with all these temptations? I mean, that happens a lot.
I mean, you know,
is she supposed to hold out or what?
Outside of your pride, man, if you in Korea doing your thing, you know, why do you have an expectation for this? You know,
no.
Hold. Let me answer that just a little bit. I would not, and this is me knowing a lot of military friends. While I was in the military, I would not get married. I would not do it. You know what I mean? Especially when you're getting deployed and all these different things. I think, and DJ, give me, and Keith, if you're still on, let me ask you this question real quick, DJ.
Okay.
Do you think most men and women get married in the military because of their job? Because this is a real job.
You want me to be truthful?
Now, I'm almost done. You are trained to kill. You are the first to be sent somewhere. Do you think that's just a reflex action because you don't want to be alone if you get deployed into danger?
First of all, not a lot. Some young men and women get married in the military because they're lonely. Okay? As simple as that. Or I've seen some of them get married because they didn't want to live in the barracks. So they get married and they live in base housing or off an apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if they're not mature enough to maintain that, then you have problems. That's a whole different prism, man, when you coming and going. I've seen it so many times. They call it getting the Dear John letter and all that foolishness. It is tough. And temptation is hell to pay.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's a lot of it is for loneliness, pure and simple.
Okay, well, let me ask you guys this, man. Just give me a little piece of me. I've known my wife for 40 years, right?
Wow.
We started off as friends. We have gone through everything. Everything, bro. Now that 40 years in, and I realized one thing. When it comes to respect in a relationship, I have to respect who I am in order to deal with any perceived disrespect. Like, My wife is my friend also. So you have arguments with friends.
True.
When it comes to women, and I might be being a little, what would I call it? What do you call it when the males, minimize female thing? What is that called, man? I forget. But I might be a little bit when it comes to that. But if my woman, she's comfortable, and when she gets angry, she's so comfortable with me, who I am, she gets angry. And you know, women lead with emotions and they say shit to you.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The craziest thing about that is you will say something to me that I would not let a man or woman outside the world get away with. Right? And you know, the comedy in it is you shut it down. Because when I was younger, I used to go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Never solved shit. I wasn't going anywhere. She wasn't going anywhere. But I wasn't solving shit, just going back and forth, arguing, right? But she would be like, hey, you know what? I'm good now. Let's get back to that space that we was before we started arguing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to understand that I was in a no-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because we are past that husband and wife friend thing. We have evolved into one.
Mm-hmm.
So we treat each other as one.
So y'all both become submissive to each other.
We have to find a way to, and I think we've been successful, find a way to forgive, to move on for the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody else can't be that way.
True.
And me, I understand my strength, who I am as a person. You feel me? I understand my strength. And I'm like, if I choose to leave, I can walk out the door. That's the one thing about it. There's no fear of that. So I put all my energy into repairing whatever situation it is. I mean, so that's pretty much why I brought this up, because this is Black History Month, and really and truly, we do have to address Black men and women getting along.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Because I think it's possible. So what I just put on at ASMN Will, he says, what that has to do with respect of a Black woman. All women can cheat when their partner is gone. Talking about the military thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the whole point. I was just giving my opinion about, we see in the military asking, that's why I asked you, DJ, like, what is your opinion why folks get married
mm-hmm.
in the military? Because you getting deployed, even if y'all both are military people, you get deployed and you're apart all the time.
That's right.
But anything else, guys? Before we move on?
Some husbands put on a skirt.
There you go, man. See?
No, I don't mean like, I'm not picking out people, but I mean some dudes that do that to get along. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, whatever, different races. Like, honey, whatever you want, I'll do. I'll buy you. I'll do for you and all that. And if that works and it gets you through a 24-hour day, then so be it. I mean, it's cool.
DJ, you and I talked earlier this week. And I asked you if you had anything, I ask everybody this, if you have anything you want to talk about.
Yeah.
We'll address it, right?
Yes.
This next topic is something that you was curious about. And then what I want you to do is give us an idea of why you wanted to talk about this.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
So you want me to explain why I picked it first?
Yes, sir.
So I was a victim of AI. Simple, but I was a victim of it. And I tell you, man, it's scary. Like you can go and hit on a link or something, or anything, meet somebody or whatever, and it'd be a deep fake. I'm not talking about financially, because as a retired cop, I can pretty much decipher the bull crap. But yeah, there are algorithms out there and different things out there, man, that, man, you can really get yourself in trouble, and it can mess up your life, and it can mess up your finances. Okay. And you can be as careful as you want to be and still get took without even knowing it. And you can be going to the DMV and click on the wrong thing, and boom, you get something from the IRS or from law enforcement saying such and such and such and such. And so that's why I really want to talk about that and expound on that, because it's here now. They got it now where they can have you walking down the street and it's really not even you, but they can take a similarity of you or a picture of you from something and try to put you in place on somewhere, and trap you off. So yeah, that's why that is really a dangerous type thing, and it can be. You got to be careful with that. That's why.
I'll be honest with you. When I thought about it, I was like, does DJ mean that he got catfish?
Oh no.
He was connected with a Colombian lady. Move me over to America. Yeah, I will cook for you. I'll do all these things.
Yeah. Those are those on-site dating sites and all that. Yeah, it's real. But no, I got to be able to look, see, touch, and feel and smell before I do all that. I got, so that ain't gonna happen. But yeah, it happens.
I tell you what, I when you told me about it, I found it interesting because I was thinking about it. I've been watching how AI has, historical figures and the different things and making movies. And the only way you understand it is probably the glitch or anything. But see, I think they do the glitch on purpose to make you feel like you're safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. All right, well, Damon, what you think?
I think, man, that's just another thing that a black man got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? and we know how to recover from it. I'm sorry it happened to you, brother. I hope you're on the road to recovery, and you talking to us about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more willing to listen to your experience because I haven't been through it. So I don't know.
It's called misinformation and disinformation. That's how they categorize it now, and it's convincing. It's like a convincing of deep fakes, and really, it's really Knox is all man-made, right? Y'all know that it's all man-made and it's threatening, and you're like, well, damn, how come I didn't see that coming? Whether it's a check from something from the IRS or something, or whoever the situation is.
We old, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something.
We old because we safe. I think is what you said. Get ready to say, Keith.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, when it comes from the government, you will get a hard copy of something when it comes from the government. But when you getting it through the mail, through email, do the different, not the mail, but email. If you get it online, bro, you got to question it because the state government And the federal government still use hard copy to notify you about everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But Jaquari, what do you think about it, man? I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I don't like it, man. I don't like it because, you know, even though, as you stated before, Keith, the glitches, you know, often give it away. I don't think that's the case, man. I mean, you know, some of that shit is some of that shit is too perfect. Some of it is too perfect. You know, the stuff that I experienced or whatever. Because I mean, the AI world, you know, is been active, you know, for conservatively, I'm gonna say what 10 years at least, as far you know, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, it started with the it started with the public, I believe. Well, the public started to heavily indulge in it when those eye things came out, and you could those virtual world things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you could play games. You know, I don't like it. I don't like it, and the main reason that I don't like it is because I don't know why I don't like it. You know, I mean,
that's a good reason to get suspicious.
Yeah. It's one of those things, man. One of those indulgences or whatever that's going to become necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I became paranoid of it. Right now, I haven't been lost completely with it because it's useful, but I got paranoid when you know how you going in searching shit, right? And you know chat or PT something like that, right?
GBT.
Chat group.
But look, here's the funny thing. This is funny. I found it hilarious, right? I was trying to research something, right? So when I first got with the GBT, right, it was this basic. Here's what's going on. This is what you should do, right? So I was using it for a while. Then one day it just got personalized on me.
Mm.
Keith, bro, you're struggling, so let me take you through this.
That kind of shit. That kind of shit.
Right there.
Hey, man, you know
what I'm saying.
Hey,
that kind of shit. Yeah.
Look, kid, put that can of beer down, man. Let's sit up. Let's talk about this thing because we can get through it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating, but it got personalized, man. I was like, damn, wait a minute.
One of the first times I only used it like a handful of times, man. Just for shits and giggles, right? You know, and I'm like, tell me the meaning of life, and they rattled off something that sounded actually, feasible.
It was like in the head with some shit now.
It sounded like an answer I would have given back in my weed smoking days, and I was like, "Whoa, shit, okay, yeah, I could glean that, you know, if I was high." But then, you know, it got into my head, and I said I call bullshit, and it took me down a rabbit hole of like you was talking about, Keith. You know, like Corey. You know, you came to me, and you know, you asked the question. You came here. You know, so if you got a better handle on things, you know, go with it. But you know what I just told you is pretty much, you know. And I'm like, man, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I mean, because he was just a smart ass, like a human being.
Mm.
And you know, it does give you the actual information, but I become like you said, when you go deeper down the rabbit hole, because you get information when it comes to like governmental forms and how to fill shit out and all of that. That's some real shit. It happens. You feel what I'm saying? It will take you through there. It would do all these different things. But the deeper down the rabbit hole, you're like, yo, man, what you need today, bro?
Mm. Man, do you realize that half the time when you're talking to your insurance companies and whoever, your housing payment people and all that, they're all bots. They're all AI. It's not a person. It sounds like a real damn person, but it ain't. It's a freaking machine, man. And who gonna think can you tell me my date of birth and all that? To ask the machine and shit. And now half of them can tell it to you. They can tell you just what you want to know. And so that's 2026. What about 4 years from now, as you mature in life and you become less safe in your thinking process? Man, they can have at you. They get anything they want from you. You don't mean no harm, but it's just the way it is.
When you talking about when I'm slipping into senility.
Well, I mean,
Chad, where you been? I miss you.
I miss you. Where you been? You ain't called in a while. Give me that checking account number.
Chief, you know you got to pay for my time, brother.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay, where do I sit?
I mean, it's there, just like that.
Yeah. I think it's all great information. Now, don't get me wrong. It's just sometimes when they freely give you just like the whole, this internet search engines and shit, they give you the answer and they helping you to cheat. There's like a catch to that, man. I mean, because you are getting answers. Now you got to think about it. Early on, now just like with chat right now, we getting the straight up unfiltered answers to shit, right? But just like Google, just like all the different other ones, the more and more we come, it's going to turn from one answer to 5 different answers, and then it's going to become muddled. You know what I'm saying?
You got deep off into it, then, huh?
Yeah.
And look,
you know what my trigger is? My trigger is because I've done it a few times, and it gives me the exact answer that I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing that popped in my head was, I was asking you about the opposition. You know what I'm saying? Now it feels like you're placating. So that's not the answer that I'm searching for. So there becomes this apprehension towards it. Because if I ask the question, I'm looking for the opposite of it. You follow what I'm saying? I'm looking for the opposite of it. I'm not looking for confirmation. Here, I'm confident in my damn self. But if I took the time to say, you know what, let me see if there's a different side to this, man. So I won't be as offensive or whatever, however, a person chooses to see it. And if I see the same things that I'm thinking, because of my experience in life, I'm like, hold on. All right. I need to look for another source because, I already knew that.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You're a bad man, bro. Because when I go to chat GPT, I want a fucking answer. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be curious to know, man, how much research was done in regards to AI and how the algorithm affects it or whatever.
Exactly.
If you have a certain mindset, then you're gonna ask certain questions. And there's no expansion there. So is it gonna further curate your algorithm?
No, you know what they're doing is they're gathering all information and also all human traits. They gathering it all because what I think they want to do is incorporate it into our banking and everything.
Oh, that's a done deal. That's done deal.
Right.
Yeah, but
no.
What happens?
It's still separated because it has not been personalized. But what the chat GPT we're using right now, that's the personalization of it.
Yeah.
So let me say this, if I could. Think about your credit card, your bank, not even credit card, your bank card. Everything you own in the bank is on a little bitty 3x3 piece of plastic, man. It wasn't like that 20 years ago. You can literally go to the bank and draw out $200, $500, whatever your limits are, $1,000 off a piece of plastic. And the only thing a person has to know is your information when they go to the ATM machine and they draw it out. Simple as that.
Yep.
Where's the check and balance at?
Well, you know that the hook.
A thumbprint.
You know what the hook is with everything.
It's going to be in the chip they want to implant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you
the hook. Developed yet.
The hook, man. If y'all really look at everything, it makes everything easier. Everything we do now is easier. We are starting. It's taking more and more of our motion away. You know what I'm saying? Streaming services, all these different things. Now we sitting still like vegetables because our life is easier. You know what I'm saying? And look, this is not a critique. This is something like, yo, I see this. Everything is easier for us to do.
Yeah. As far as algorithms and all that stuff is concerned, have you ever been on a tear one night, man, and you was just looking up stuff, man, and you was feeling good about the answers that you was given and then all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you go back over what you was reading and was like, the hell? No, man, I ain't feeling that.
What'd you say?
No, but in the moment you were, because you was going through an emotional thing.
Your private life is included to your everyday life. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Colombian school teachers was.
I got one. Hey, how about
hey, Damon, how about this? How about you just say the hell with the rest of the damn world, man?
Yeah.
If you come to that conclusion, I'm with you. And here's the reasons why.
Yeah. How about if you streaming, right? Let's say you going from Spectrum to Netflix, and then you pull up Hulu, and they say, okay, you get it free for 24 hours. And you hit that damn thing and find out that you got to pay $24.99 because you signed up for damn Hulu for a month.
Hey.
Off a free damn click. You like, well, damn.
Hey.
That's what I'm
DJ.
saying. That shit, boy.
It say
the only people
get. It say, hey, DJ.
Yeah.
You can sign up for Hulu for $24.99 a month, and you can look at all the serial killers you want to see.
Yeah. Anything you want to see for free. And
you like serial killers? How do I get on that algorithm?
You know, you happy as hell for a whole month, and that damn bill comes like that. All these damn apps, then you got to cancel and fight and all that. And it's just, it's tough.
I was reading something the other day, right, on how the porn industry trying to, porn has been free for maybe the last 15 years, right, on the internet, right? So what porn is trying to do is reclaim it so it can become paid sites again, right? This man said, have you noticed that every time you go to your favorite porn site, you gotta get a verification, right? You gotta get an age verification, and then you gotta put your credit card on there.
Damn.
That's how it started. Remember, it started that way, right? But then in between 15 years that time, you all you had to do on your phone is click. You know what I'm saying? Bottomless babes in Bombay and shit. Don't you know this shit done popped up? You know what I'm saying?
BBB.
Damn.
Yeah, but the point is, they're trying to get back to not giving it away for free, because that's the hook. You know, that's the hook. Why Netflix became so powerful? Because Netflix, it was only for $9 a month, some shit like that, right? Then you got everything, you got all the movies and all this shit.
Yeah,
right.
3 or 4 streaming sites under one app.
And then with the Netflix, you should be able to give everybody your sign on and your password.
Yeah.
Now you only can pick 4. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I can't pick anybody. Not in this area, you can't pick anybody. Because I had all my kids on my Hulu joint. They all can get on there and all that stuff. Now they can't do it at all.
You got to go in there and you actually got to pay for your extra family members.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the hook.
That's what AT&T.
That's the hook.
I look here. Nowadays, we've been having that bad winter and all that stuff. Nowadays, man, every time I turn on the TV and I get into the ESPNs and all that stuff, they go straight to streaming. And I'm like, why the hell am I paying over $200 a month and not using my dish at all? I'm using all internet.
They're trying to convert it over. That's true. Because it's easier. Bringing it up again.
Cable's the same way.
Yeah.
Because I got Spectrum, but I gotta pay for all them other damn apps. So else I ain't got shit.
DJ, this is what you get the smart TV.
I got one.
It's always added. You see, when you add your streaming, add it through your smart TV.
Yeah.
You get your whatever internet service. You just get that. So that's only like $50 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You got all your streaming. The only thing you're gonna be suffering with is local channels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm gonna tell you, my biggest streaming company is Tubi. You got everything I need on there. And that's free.
Tubi is trying to become another Netflix. Because that's how
I'm gonna take advantage of them before they start charging me.
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing with Tubi is, remember when every black movie you could put on that motherfucker, and they used to put them on there for free? It's going down to Detroit town. You know what I'm saying? The Detroit City Hustler.
I know. That's crazy. I saw a movie, man, where it was like independent and it was straight out of the hood. And I was like, damn.
But see, that's cool because they help independent folks, man, with their distribution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Before we move on to the next one, and it don't have to be anything that, along the lines of what we've been talking about, but is there anything else y'all want to chop it out? Social media, what you saw, you know what I mean? What you thought was funny, the whole nine. I'm trying to remember. I know you old man. Y'all drawing the blank.
I thought, for me, talk about, man, I thought the Super Bowl halftime show was pretty good. Now, I don't speak Spanish fluently, but I thought that was phenomenal. And Lady Gaga jumped in there, and Cardi B showed up, and I thought he did a really good. He was telling a story. I thought he did a real good job. The conservatives didn't like it. They wanted to see Kid Rock and Charlie Pride or whoever. Charlie Pride, Charlie somebody. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
He said Charlie.
I whoever,
Hey, that's a good. Thanks for, yeah, man. That was a good.
Oh my God.
They wanted to see. I was like, damn. If y'all want to see an all-white thing, at least put Eminem up there. They wanted to go and but whatever.
Okay.
I don't think that DJ. I don't think they put Charlie Pride on there, man. Nah, dude.
Yeah. They might not put him up there.
Okay, so let me ask a question regarding that. Puerto Rican people have their own country, but they are American citizens, right?
Yeah.
The majority of them speak Spanish, but a lot of them speak English.
Right.
Now, I always, through the years with my old ass, I remember when Bad Bunny started, you know what I mean, and all Puerto Rico loved them. Really, all Latin American loved Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? But see, when they sing in Spanish, only the ballads got the rhythm that I can listen to. You know what I'm saying? My question is this. Why do you think they made sure that the people who was complaining was all black folks on social media?
For what event?
For the halftime joint. Do you know they showed a lot of black folks complain about the halftime? Because he spoke all Spanish throughout the thing. Now, my only problem with this shit was it was a storyboard. So I love that, right?
Okay.
But when they got around the truck and they was moving past the truck and I saw two grown men grinding on the
that was a little truck. Yeah, that was a little.
I was pissed off about that.
Yeah.
And the reason why is, why show that?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Man,
but
that's to show the diversity.
Diversity. Yeah, you got all kinds.
Hey, I'm not the type I'm not a prude. I'm not all these things. No, you're making a point about some stuff that don't belong in this thing. You understand?
Yeah.
It was about Puerto Rico, its growth.
Yeah.
How the Puerto Rican community is getting dicked on its electricity.
Yeah. And other things.
To be an American under American shit, they don't have real electricity over there. You know what I'm saying? It was showing all these different things. And hey, am I being approved by having a problem with that, man?
Well, that's just your conservative view. And most of us are probably like that. I'm the same way, but I've evolved to the point where it's like, as long as it don't come in me, we talk about that respecting to start the show off. As long as it don't come over me, I'm good. I was watching the girls.
And come on me. I'm sorry, man.
I was watching the girls, man. I missed the other thing. I wouldn't even pay attention to that.
DJ, that was crazy, man. I don't even play that game. I'm like, damn.
What?
You said, as long as it don't come in me or come on me. That's what you said.
I mean, damn. No, I'm saying.
I meant to say pause, but I was thinking no homo.
I mean, if they leave that stuff over there, they do it, then they do it over there. But that's the world, man.
But isn't it the thing, man? This is much to do about nothing, man. If you really think about it,
it's not about my prudeness. It was unnecessary at that time, man.
Sure.
I didn't use the Super Bowl product this year, man. But it ain't none of my business what that man put in his body.
Damn.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Whoa.
But no, okay.
What's up?
All right, I have a question for you. I've not cared about the Super Bowl halftime for about 30 damn years, man.
Same with me, bro.
I don't know. I like when my man Snoop when them was on there 2 years ago. It was right.
Oh, bro, listen. It was cool.
It was what's up.
So what? Why? I mean, you understand? I'm there to watch the football game. So a lot of people watch this halftime stuff. I get that.
Well, Keith, you just said it. We talking about culture. Yeah. Culture. That's the West Coast culture.
I think that's what bothered me is a lot of black folks got mad because they had, that halftime show with Dr. Dre and them, right?
Right.
And then them same fat black folks is upset because it was all Spanish halftime.
Yeah.
I don't understand what he's saying. Motherfucker, it's 10 minutes, man. Sit your dumb ass down and wait for the game.
Get a beer. Go get a beer and a slice of pizza.
Go get a snack. But yeah, man. What else, man? What else?
And
go ahead, Juwan.
Did anybody were there any like super awesome fucking commercials this year?
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I watched Super Bowl.
That's what I will watch. Yeah. I will watch the Super Bowl commercial highlights. I'll do that on YouTube.
Yeah. Budweiser had the horse running to save the the little bird, the bird at the end came off and became an eagle, and now that was pretty good. And
Okay.
there was some other little things, man, but it wasn't really, catch you, catch you and go, like in the past. No, but it was, some of the commercials were pretty good.
Because I am a Super Bowl watcher my whole life. I had to deal with damn New England and Seattle in the damn Super Bowl.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying? I struggled. I said, man, I gotta watch these teams. Kudos to them. Kudos to them.
Hold on a second.
Kudos to them. All right. Kudos to them. They made it there. They did their thing. But I did not. You know who I cared about mostly when it came to the Super Bowl? Really? But man, Diggs.
Why?
What's his name?
Diggs. You talking about the receiver?
Yeah.
You was worried about him because he was trying to shuffle his baby mama and his girlfriend all over the damn place?
Ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Actually, I saw him as a top receiver in the NFL. I wanted him to get off. You know what I'm saying? Simply because he's been consistent with that. He didn't really have a good game.
I love Diggs, but when it comes to the big game, sometimes he falls short, man. That's the truth. To me. I
wanted to see him do good, but all of a sudden it turned into this thing about him and this woman. But look, it's like, come on, bro.
Look, Diggs was not gonna catch a pass because the Seattle defense was knocking that little young May in the dirt almost every snap.
They was getting off.
But yeah, I get it. I believe you.
They was getting off. That's because there was no in-game changes made.
Yeah.
There was no in-game changes made. Run the ball. You run the ball and you pound. I don't care if you go 3 and out. It's not, you know the hardest thing when it comes to any type of sport, no matter what level it is, the hardest thing to play is defense, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing offense, you energize. I mean, automatically you start thinking, you could be playing defense with your hands on your knees, but if somebody get a steal, you're going to be the first person down there to get a basket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You know? If you just pounding, and that's what my college coach taught me. He said, hey man, yeah, they know our plays, but they gotta stop it. They might be successful. They might be successful 2 to 3 times. But if you keep coming with the same thing, they got to stop it. They got to figure out a way to, you know what, Armstrong, they're going to pass it down on the joint. Armstrong get the ball. He's either going to pass it over to the 3 or he going to do this. And you got to always constantly be aware of that. Repetition is motherfucker, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives offenses advantages over defense. Because defense, you exert more energy.
Mm-hmm.
It is about breaking somebody down. That's what I hated about Detroit. You know what I'm saying? They did not play Montgomery. I don't want to, stress this out. But Montgomery on the sideline frustrated because my man's starting and playing all this time or whatever. When y'all was successful and y'all won them 15 games, Montgomery was in there pounding, and made the defense tired. Then it became vulnerable.
They said he's asking out though.
Why in the world you can't understand that? Well, we want to attack the crowd and we want to do all this desert razzle shit. No, man, it's about pounding. It's about putting pad on pad to see who gives first. And whoever gives is going to be subjected to whatever you bring next. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that, I know I went on this tangent, but that's what I do.
It was a good tangent. DJ was nowhere to be found. He had to, old men got to stand up and take them knees out and get them.
How the hell you just got through playing the Super Bowl and then I saw him on the internet giving a statement about their relationship. And I'm like, dude, you just played in the Super Bowl, man.
I think that what the thing about it is when it comes to, all right, here's conspiracy theory for me. When it comes to black men that's very successful, if you see a chink in the armor, that's what they concentrate on. They don't concentrate on anything else.
Well, he might not ever make it back there again, bro.
That's true.
The world's got an obsession with a well-rounded celebrity, I think.
Okay.
Now, truthfully, I have no concerns about his relationship.
Me
and for them to feel the need to discuss it and dissect it in order to attract whatever crowd they're trying to attract, that's the crowd that don't belong in football.
Right. Exactly, bro.
They don't belong there. They don't belong there. I had a conversation the last time me and my wife drove to Connecticut. We was having a conversation about football. She knows more about modern football than I do because I don't. I'm a sports fan, but I don't watch it anymore because I don't know the rules. I don't know the rules, and I said, I don't think and I said this on the show before. I don't think women, have a place in football. I don't, and it's not out of chauvinism.
All right, explain then.
I will. It's not out of
chauvinism. I was about to ask him the same thing.
Yeah. Hold on. It's not out of chauvinism. It's the take the 50s, for instance. They might have been there, but they was on the sideline. They was watching. The football field was a place where young men's character was developed by older men. And whatever that encompassed, I mean, those 2-a-day, 3-day practices, man, those were filled with hardship.
Oh, that count.
They were filled with hardship, and if you could stand the rain, you were chiseled into something. Your character was chiseled into something. Now, I'm not saying that the fact that women are on the sidelines, has affected that in any way, but there's been certain sacrifices. There's been certain sacrifices, man, that were made in the game, in the professional game, and to some regards, the college game, man, that were put in to attract, to attract that demographic, female demographic, and yeah, I mean, revenue is revenue. I get it. I totally get it. But for me, it was football was important because it helped me to harden a certain part of myself. You know what I mean? And well, I don't know.
No, you said what you feel. That's just the way it is. I mean, we all got our place.
Yeah,
some sports should be gender based. It should be. Now you got what's the name coaching UConn. Well, some people say that women's college basketball should be coached by women only, and men college basketball by men only, and same with the pros, so on and so forth. But yet, Gino Aroma from UConn got 40 years, and they got the most wins and championships.
I was about to say that, bro. Real trouble, man.
But let me hold on a second. Let me say this. Now, I don't know how a female would be able to coach on an NFL team because, first of all, you got that male ego. You got to do 6'8", 230 to 350 pounds. They ain't trying to hear that, man. So your game is going to have to be so exquisite.
You know they got women coaches. They got one woman.
Not in the NFL.
Yes, they do.
In the NFL?
Yes, sir. And
assistant coaches, they do.
Yeah, assistant
Wow.
coaches. Yes, sir. They have a woman. They have a woman. I don't know if she's still with the Philadelphia Eagles, but she was a D-line coach.
What?
Assistant D-line, like assistant under the assistant D-line coach for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they got female refs.
Yeah, I see. That's cool. I mean, yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah.
You know.
Now here's my thing. You sparked something in me. Now, physically, I don't think women belong, unless it's an anomaly, belong in an NFL, right? Because these brothers are monsters.
For sure.
I'm 6'9", 300, so that's the average guy in the NFL, right? So I understand that women physically don't belong in the NFL, but mentally, I think that they have the capability to teach and to motivate players.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And like I said, the reason why my opinion did not come from a place of chauvinism or anything like that. It came from a place of, you know, when I was exposed to football, there were certain things that I needed, certain aspects of discipline that I needed reinforced, because, you know, I definitely had discipline at home or whatever. But, you know, Pop wasn't always around to police me. Mm-hmm. You know, so some of the things he tried to drum in my head was I had the physical manifestation of those things on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy to me, and I know both my brothers can understand this. There were times when I was having a hell of a game, and my mother was sitting in the damn stands. Hell of a game, doing my thing. And then when the game was on the line, when the game was on the line, my mother, I heard out of 2,000 people, I heard one voice. That was my mother's. She said, "Now, son, this is going to decide the game. This is when you being challenged as a man right now. What you gonna do?" That actually happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was, my mother put me on point where some might consider a weakness or whatever, but she put me on point and said, "Hey, this is your spotlight now. This is when you decide you overcome what people might decide is a weakness for you. What you gonna do?" You know what I'm saying? That actually happened. And I sat there, you know what I'm saying, and missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Said, she was like, "We talked about this, Fluke."
Oh yeah.
We talked about. She didn't give a damn. She didn't care if I had 24 points and 17 rebounds. She didn't care about none of that. She expected that. What she cared about was when I was at my most vulnerable and becoming a man in terms of overcoming that weakness. That's what I remember. So when you talk about women in terms of them dealing with pro athletes, college athletes, high school, whatever, your mom knows when it comes to you personally. So there's no banter back and forth. That is somebody who knows you and says, "You know what? My son looking shaky right now. Let me throw that confidence out there." You know what I'm saying? What man you know can do that or have that awareness? That's just what it is. And I chose to, address it. I could have been like, "Man, I don't care. I got this. Got that." She said, "No, step your ass up to that line and knock down his free throws to give y'all a 3-point lead. That's what you need to be in terms of a leader on that floor. And it is your responsibility. That's what my mom did for me.
Did you hit the second one?
Huh?
Did you hit the second one?
Hell no, I had a 1-1 and I missed the first.
1-1. Oh, it was 1-1. Okay.
I just told you, she said, we talked about this.
My mother was a live wire when it came to that. And
oh my God.
I understood it, but I knew where I was, you know, because she's always, when I was on the line, she would say some shit, and I would just look at her. You know what I'm saying? It makes no difference because I'm here for me. I'm doing this for you, but I'm here for me. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I had two games in college where I won the game shooting free throws. So you know what I'm saying? It was effective.
You made up for it.
You learn from it.
Absolutely.
Only thing I can remember her saying from the sideline was, "Stop all that cussing."
Yeah. Jaquari was a live wire. So you brought that up, Damon. We're going to address this real quick. I think that the man is the pillar, but the woman is the shine on that pillar, meaning they are partners when it comes to raising sons. Like the woman, the mother is the disciplinarian, man. The way that she teaches you discipline, right? Your dad come in and like, yo, this is my expectation. This is what I want. If it's just you and your dad, he's teaching you this shit, right? But if it's you, both your mother and your father, this is my expectation. This is what I want. Your mother said, okay, here's the shine. Yo, get your ass up. Your father expects this.
Yep.
Okay.
Get on your job. Why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because she's saying it out of concern for you. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when we young, dumb, and full of cum, we don't pay attention to what our father says unless he got his belt. You know what I'm saying? Now, as we get older, what our mother teaches us to do is to actually listen to what our father is saying.
Be the man that your father is.
Yeah.
Even though it's your life, you know what I'm saying? Follow his lead.
If you're blessed enough to have a mother and father, and they are working together, right?
Yep.
That's your mother's role.
Yeah, that's the lick right there. Yeah.
But
she played that role, man, too.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
If you just have your mother has both roles.
Yeah.
Old school mothers knew how to hold that.
And Keith, when you became argumentative, you know what she do? She go back to the conversations you had with your dad. He said, what did your daddy tell you to do?
Yeah.
Be that.
Because see, my thing is, great men and women are not just shaped with two parents. No, they are shaped with a parent that understands what life is. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. You know, you'll be like the three of us. We were lucky because our parents showed us their flaws, but they had common sense about life. You know what I'm saying? So we had friends with single parents who were successful. Our friends were successful. You know why? Because that single parent knew about life and the love that they had for their children. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all ever see that video, man, when that sister was on the line with her son and they was banging? and they hit each other, and she said, no, you got to stand from a 3-point stand, and when you come up, you're coming up with force. Man, I love that woman, man.
Teaching them.
I love that woman because it was physical. She said, no, that's not the way to do it. This is how you do it.
See, and that's the thing when it comes to parent in this society. Black folks really and truly knew how to raise their children. You know, we had to be raised to be you know, to have that. We are in that mode, survival mode. That's what look, the four of us here, that parent raised us in survival mode, how to navigate through life and all these things, right? So us being parents, what we did was, okay, it's time to come out of that survival mode, but we ain't know how to do it. We ain't know how to do it because our parents didn't know how to do it. We were successful, right? But our mentality is, yo, it's a fight all the time. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta think about it when you came to your children. The fights that you had wasn't there. So they didn't go through what you went through, even if you're telling them, yo, this is this, that, da, 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 da. Now you're planting seeds, but they're not experiencing what you experienced. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I pray to God that the seeds that I've planted, that they will still, I told my son, I said, man, I am teaching you the way that I raise you is to teach you to raise my grandchildren. And I hope that my grandchildren take the lesson from you to raise my great-grandchildren. I told my son that. You want to know why? Because it's not about legacy. It's about survival of us.
Mm. For sure.
Us. Because we know how to survive. The four of us know how to survive.
But you know, but you have references to go back to. And that's what your parents remind you of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Remember this, what he did, so on and so forth, led the way. You took it the next step. You know what I'm saying? It's not about ego. It's not about, hey, man, look what I accomplished. It's about showing the road. And this is what you got to do.
That's what you have to do.
My mom's taught us all. That one thing she started when I went to kindergarten at the age of 5. She'd always say failing is not an option. And for years I heard that. And I would dang on it if I raised my daughter and I said them same things to her as she got older. And Keith, you said that, man. My grandsons, man, I just want them to succeed, man. I got 2 grandboys. I want them to succeed.
Though? Not to cut you off, but guess what? Guess who here?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
For sure.
You know, I really, being 61, when I look around at my friends and family who still have their mothers and fathers, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Not because I feel like I'm missing something, because my boys and my nieces and nephews is missing something.
Mm. Mm.
Know what I mean? Hey, not to get too deep, but bro, I go through that every single day. You know, so for Black History Month, because I told you that's what we're gonna do this week. Let me give you guys the last say on what we're talking about, and then I'm gonna bring up a Black History fact. But whoever wants to go, if you got something to say, go ahead and let us bless us with it, brother. Anybody?
All right. What we talk about? Anything you want to talk about, or
no? I'm talking about this. Like, I'm gonna give you that opportunity at the end, DJ. But I'm talking about what we're talking about right now. Do you have anything else to offer?
Mm.
All right. Black History fact, because we had one last week. We're gonna have one this week. Black History fact: the Freedom House ambulances became the first emergency medical services in the United States to be staffed by paramedics with medical training and beyond basic first aid. I brought that up because the Freedom Houses, right, was in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
And they were started They were started, just a loose synopsis. They were started because the black community in Pittsburgh. It was a white doctor, but he said he had his practice on the hill in Pittsburgh, right? They refused to, folks, they refused care for the black community. Mm-hmm. So what he did was he trained black men with paramedic services, medical, how to treat things, how to do, the basis of EMS right now. Mm-hmm. That's what he did for these men.
What era was this? What time frame was this?
It was the 1960s.
It was the 60s. Yeah.
60. Okay.
I believe it's like 68, if I'm not mistaken.
It's run mid to the late 60s.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So my point is, out of necessity, we created something that the whole world is benefiting from right now. Because we had to what? Survival mode. We had to service our community. Mm-hmm. And it caught hold, right? And see, and that's the thing about it is, it was in 1967. So you gotta think about it when it came to children going to school, right? In the 60s, Fred Hampton and the other.
Mark Clark. Huh? Mark Clark, Fred Hampton and Mark Clark.
They were the ones who developed what? Breakfast for children. In the morning before they went to school. The WIC program, that was actually a Black Panthers invention, the WIC program.
In my city.
DJ, in my city. You remember what WIC stood for?
Women, infants, and children.
Yep. Black. Things that we've never been, man. I lived it. And if this curriculum was in schools past us, I'm not saying that we would have become superheroes or all this shit, but we might have, instead of being minimized. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody got any comments on that?
Well, the Black Panthers were not terrorists like they were projected. Nope. And they were gunned down and killed, both the two of Mark Clark and Fred Hampton, pretty much. They were community-based. Nah, they did have guns. They didn't take no shit from nobody, and they would stand up and stand their ground, and that's what happened. But yeah, they were right. Yeah, they was definitely about the community, and they didn't want the others, I call them, to come in the community and do anything to destroy what their dream was. So yeah, that's
you think about this.
Tough.
The Rainbow Coalition that you remember that the Reverend
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Jackson, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Think about the baseball player. Jesse Jackson, right? Who was the leader when he was running for president. He was leading the Rainbow Coalition. Mm-hmm. Who invented it, DJ? Fred Hampton developed it. And the Rainbow Coalition included every color gang member. They were at peace trying to make better accommodations for the community. And he was assassinated at 21. Imagine what this man would have done. He was a little baby at 21 and coming up with these concepts.
It's like Tupac. Tupac's the same way, just was in the wrong situation. Very intelligent, very much years beyond, but sometimes you get sidetracked. Jesse Jackson was in charge of Operation Breadbasket, feeding the community. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, but anything else, guys, before we get to the last word?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, DJ, last word of the day, brother.
So, man, this time we living in, man, I just want people to be careful. Don't get caught off with what's going on in this with this administration. If you would, just be careful. Watch yourself. Watch your dollars. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, and don't get caught up in the day-to-day bull crap going on, because we got 3 years is a long time to be controlled and upset and miserable about something that you cannot control. We can control what we can, and the rest we'll get through it just like we did before. And we're gonna be all right, because we've always survived the struggle, and we gonna continue to survive. We ain't got no choice. That's the only thing we know is how to survive, because all of us know that nothing was given. We don't want nothing given. My only thing is just don't get in the way of my progress, and you ain't gonna have no problem out of me. But if he's all the time slamming the door and putting bolts and locks on there, then that's when the problem's gonna start. Black people ain't asking you to give us nothing. Just make the playing field even a little bit, and we'll do it. We'll take care of ourselves the best way we can. That's just how I feel.
Okay. Damon, last word.
I think that we've been conditioned, and I don't want to use that negative connotation, but we've been put in a position where we understand what's being brought to us, and we still ain't out there marching. 300,000 black women fired from the federal government. What did they do? They went out there and created jobs. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities. You know what I'm saying? They're not mad. They're not marching. They're just saying, okay, we're just going to do what we always done. Create opportunities for our people, and that's what it is. And that's the thing that they can't understand. So what they do, they treat the Hispanics in the jacked up way. Kill each other. You know what I'm saying? They have no idea or any kind of concept about what real survival is. You know what I'm saying? If you take all the minorities in this country, what is going to be our standing in the world? It's not going to be like it is. You know what I'm saying? If you about that thought process, white supremacy, then think about that for a minute. Think about who all your doctors are. They from other countries. That's taking care of your elderly parents and all that shit. Who are the administrators? Those are the sisters that y'all tried to fire from the situation, who know the intricacies of the system to make it work and function. You have no idea what you're doing. You just making shit worse. Only to come to a conclusion once you get your shit together and understand how this country really works, then all those people that you're trying to ostracize, you need to make sure that we are exceptional. To make sure we are exceptional. And you don't have to, because of your tribalism or your insecurities, you don't get that. You don't understand it. So go ahead. All we're doing is waiting in the cut to make things right. Be it 3 years or the mid-election. We're going to make it right one way or another, and there ain't nothing you can do about
it. Okay. Jaquari, last word, brother.
DJ, is always a pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I've thoroughly enjoyed a nice conversation, and I look forward to the next. Y'all be safe.
All right, now this is Strong Perspective Podcast. We're a weekly podcast every Friday at 7:30 Eastern Time. Check us out. We got a lot to say. We have great guests. This is what we on. Hey, get on board before we going too fast. You can't get up on this motherfucker because we ain't going to put on no break. We ain't putting on no breaks. You want to know why? We ain't being petty. What it is once we start to speed up, once things start to really and truly do what we got to do, that's when the real mission starts.
And that's when we gonna start charging a subscription.
So we own it. Pay attention to us. The Strong Perspective Podcast. Go to our YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Lawrence, thank you, brother. You know, our YouTube brothers that tuned in, ASMN Will, thank you for your participation. Thank you for your information. Sister-in-law, thank you for your questions. All right? And let's keep going.
Yo, I'm sorry, before we go, man, who was that? Who was that to ask if it was a Temptation reunion?
I guess it's somebody trying to be a troll. I thought I put it up there. I thought it was pretty funny myself.
Yeah, I was like, what, motherfucker, what?
Yeah. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
That's right.
Wherever he had his hat, no. Keith Barnes, you know, friend of the show. Love you, bro.
My man Keith.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution. Was it Demon Gunner? So Gunner like to show up and say some shit and leave. So it is what it is. Well, thank you, Gunner. We appreciate you for watching.
Yeah, come on back, brother. It's cool.
No doubt. Go to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week. This is the Peace Situation. Appreciate y'all. See y'all later.